It's just one that fucking boils my piss. Young man who stabbed and killed home intruder in Waterford, jailed for 3.5 years. Dean Kerry was at home when, without warning, he was attacked by Jack Power. A young man who stabbed and killed an intruder who had attacked him in his home in the middle of the night has been jailed for 3.5 years by the Central Criminal Court. Now, just to lead with this right away, look, I'm sorry. You break into my home in the middle of the night, bye bye. Sorry, I've got kids in the house. I don't know what you're there for. And if you attack me in the middle of the fucking night and you manage to get me down, fuck knows what you're going to do to my fucking wife and children. Sorry. Bye bye. You know the rules, and so do I. Like, I'm sorry. You're gone. One thing about my house as well is I'm tooled up. I'm tooled up. See when you've got as many fucking left wing terrorist groups as I do, like we're coming after you. Like my honestly, every room's got a weapon in it. And I'm not talking about something stupid like a little tiny, like 20-inch baseball bat. I'm talking some serious shit. Nothing illegal. I'm totally allowed to own all of it. It's just what I want to do with it. It might be a bit illegal. But Mr. Justice Paul McDermott said Dean Kerry, 21, was entitled to use force in defence of himself, his family, and his home, but the force he used was grossly excessive given that the victim, Jack Power, was unarmed. How did he know that? How did you know he was unarmed? You don't know what he's got in his fucking back pocket. That's the thing with knives. Like, that's the reason why they're popular. They're very easily concealed. Taking into account that Kerry, who was 17 at the time, showed genuine remorse and that he did not expect or instigate the violence on the night, the judge imposed a sentence of 4 years and 6 months, with the final year suspended for 2 years. The sentence was backdated to June 30th of this year to take into account time Kerry has already spent in custody. Oh, how kind. How kind of you. How nice. Isn't that nice of you? Dean Kerry, 21, with an address at St Bridges Square, Portlarington in County Louth, or however you pronounce that, was twice tried for murder but convicted by a jury for manslaughter for killing Mr. Power after the deceased had entered his home at Shanakeel in Dunmore East, Waterford in the early hours of July 26, 2018. Delivering sentence today, Mr. Justice McDermott says that in impact statements made to the court, Jack Power's family had said that they felt their son had no voice in the courtroom. Trials, the judge said, focus on rules and evidence and provide cold comfort for relatives whose loss is profound and lifelong. He described the deceased as an exceptionally hard-working young man when he's not breaking into houses and attacking people, who loved his, well, he a good boy, didn't do nothing, who loved his work as a fisherman and was fueled by his father's encouragement. He was a role model and I don't know about that, and a fun companion for his brothers, and his loss is incalculable. He added, nothing I do or say will alleviate this suffering. The sentence I impose must be proportionate to the gravity of the offence of manslaughter and also appropriate to his Kerry's circumstances. The trial heard that Jack Power had been drinking into the early hours and at about 3 a.m. saw damage to his car, which he had believed had been caused by Dean Kerry. He went to Kerry's home, picked up a rock and smashed the front window of the Kerry home. He then entered through the front door. Mr. Justice McDermott said Mr. Power assaulted Dean Kerry in his bedroom, and there was a suggestion that he also attacked Kerry's mother. Kerry told Gardaí, this police in Ireland, that he found a knife by the side of the bed and stabbed Mr. Power in the course of the melee. Mr. Justice McDermott says that he does not believe the court has heard the truth about the provenance of the knife and how it was found, but he armed himself quickly and used the knife. Well, you should have something like that in case there ever is a home invader. That's the thing is, man, this man obviously came into the house intending to do harm. Therefore, like, I'm sorry, your life's forfeit at that point. I'm sorry. You've came into the house and I have no idea what you intend to do, and I'm not going to fucking hang around to find out. I'm not going to sit there and go, wait a minute. Maybe this home invader won't be that bad, you know? Like, it won't be like the ones on the telly where he kills everyone. Look, that's a roll of the dice that I'm not prepared to make. I'm not prepared to roll that dice. Sorry. Mr. Justice McDermott says, I have to consider the nature of what happened that night. The Oryctus has recognised the special position of those obliged to defend themselves or their property from unlawful attack, particularly in their home. That is therefore a matter that has to be taken into account when considering the culpability of the accused. Those who were attacked in the home are entitled to use force and sometimes lethal force in defence of themselves and their home. He said Kerry's case was different to one where a person carries a concealed knife in public, and the defendant's case therefore attracts a lesser sentence. Kerry did not instigate the attack and could not have expected it. He was at home when, without warning, he was attacked by Mr. Power, who had thrown a large rock through a front window of the house and unlawfully entered. The judge also noted that, he smashed his way into the home after throwing a brick through it. I bet he's here for a nice chat. The judge also noted that Mr. Power was a tall, well-built man, while Kerry was of slight build and younger. But the jury's verdict indicated that Kerry had used excessive force when he stabbed Mr. Power, and the fact that Mr. Power was unarmed was an aggravating factor, the judge said. When the offence happened, Kerry was a minor, and had he been sentenced as a minor, he would have been subject to a regime where the emphasis is on rehabilitation rather than punishment, the judge said. An adult who had committed the same crime would have faced a headline sentence of 7 years, the judge said, taking into account Kerry's age and the difficult and pressurised situation created by the deceased, which was not of his making. What do you mean? Is it not of the deceased making? He kind of caused the entire fucking thing. He set the headline at 5 years and 6 months. He further reduced that, having considered Kerry's remorse, and that he immediately contacted emergency services following the stabbing and accepted responsibility for inflicting the fatal wound. Kerry is considered a moderate risk of violent offending in the future. For what? For defending himself, and will be required to work with probation services and engage with anger and violence management if deemed appropriate after his release. Now, immediately released, no charges, no fuck all. Guy was defending his home, guy was defending his mother. It was a home invader. Look, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Right, if I don't care who it is, if I smash my way into someone's home, if I put a brick through the door, reach inside, then run into a house and start attacking everyone, if I end up getting fucking killed, well, I played a stupid game, I won a stupid prize. To fuck around is human, to find out is divine. Look, I don't give a fuck. Look, there does come a point when you have to be able to use lethal force against someone now. If someone comes up to you in the street and punches you and it's a basic little bitch fight, then whatever, right? That's not really a lethal force type situation. But if someone has came into your house, into your home, and they're attacking you and your mother in the middle of the fucking night, no, sorry, bye-bye. Tatty fucking bye. Not my fault. I was just trying to sleep. Man just came into the house and fucking did that. I'm sorry, immediate release. Immediate release, no charges, no criminal record, no nothing. Because do you want to know the thing is, right? Oh, you should have called the police. Yeah, and it'd have taken them about an hour to fucking get there. By that point, you and your mother are dead. Like, I'm sorry, like, the police currently owns the monopoly on defence. Oh, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. You can't do this, you can't do that. Oh, you've got to try and run away and lock yourself in a wee room and then call the police and then hope the police get there. And then the thing that's funny is the police will take like an hour to get there. And they'll take like an hour to get there, but if you've defended yourself and if you've beat the home invader up too much, it's you that goes to jail and you'll get a bigger sentence than him. Like that's how fucked up and broken like the laws are in this country. That's how fucking bad it is. Like, you're even hearing about the guy, like, fucking gypsies broke into a guy's house armed with knives. He managed to disarm one of them and use it to defend himself. He killed the guy. The police tried to put him in jail. The only reason that he managed to get the charges dropped is because the whole country fucking kicked off about it. Look, I'm sorry. If someone breaks into your home, you've no fucking idea what they are going to do to you or your family. Right, and it's going to be like this liberal fucking bullshit. Actually, 80% of home invasions are non-violent. Shove that up your arse, roll that into a little ball, and just stick that right up there. Nobody's listening. I do not care. When it comes to the life of my wife and my daughters, I'm not rolling any fucking dice. I'm not rolling any dice. And most of you out there are fucking parents, right? You all agree. You're all in the fucking same boat. What would you do if you've got kids sleeping upstairs and some random guy breaks into the house and starts attacking you? Sorry. Tough shit. Didn't want that to happen. Shouldn't have broke into a fucking house and started attacking people. Excellent way to not die. I'm sorry, that's the equivalent to jumping off a bridge and then, oh my god, can you believe he died? Yes, I believe he fucking died. He decided to do something that very often results in death. Right? His fucking fault, his fucking decision, and I don't see why this young man should have 4 years of his life taken away over it. But, as the saying goes, better judged by 12 than carried by 6.